We've come to the end of our study of Romans. And today's lesson, it doesn't actually end in the final chapter. It actually ends in one of the near-end chapters. Romans chapter 14. Romans chapter 14 and in verse number 1. This is where our verse for the day is. Romans 14, verse 1. It says, "Receive one who is weak in the faith, but not to disputes over doubtful things." Remember, Romans 14 is the chapter that really was dealing with the drama over the feet eating and the drama over the holy days. It starts off that whole chapter by simply saying, receive one another. In fact, the idea that's expressed here is it's termed the weaker brother. And the thing I realize about weakness, being a person, being a man, being a father, being a husband, I realize that I have intents, I have plans, things I want to do, but I also have weaknesses. There are voids, there are composites in me that aren't where they should be. And the fact of the matter is that all of us have these weaknesses. And it would appear like that's a really a bum deal. And in and of itself, it is a bum deal. But here's the good news. Here's the hope for those deficiencies. The Bible says receive those who are weak. Because what we'll find is that, let's just deal with you and me, for example. My weaknesses may be very different from yours. And your weaknesses may be very different from mine. But you know what that also means? My strengths are different from yours, and your strengths are different from mine. Bring that together. What I'm weak in, you may be strong in. And what you are weak in, I may be strong in. So why come together? Because what actually happens is when we come together like a block, like a Lego, like a Lincoln log, that weakness combined with strength actually creates a bonding, an interlocking, and a strength that only comes if they are connected. That's why we are told that God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. Our voids, our lacks, our screw-ups are exactly what Jesus has come to fill. The last thing in the world you need to do is get yourself together before you come to Him. Because if you do try to get yourself together before you come, there is no connection. There is no interaction. There is no strength. Because it's in our weakness, and in our weakness alone, that His strength is perfected or completed. And in our relationships, receive one another. What you are struggling in, I may have locked down. But what I need, what I'm hurting in, you already have. So that's why I need you and you need me. No one is an island. And so we don't run from our weaknesses. No, we embrace them. We're real and we're honest. But we don't sit there in this depressed state, which leads to an oppressed state. Instead, we go into victory. And now we bring those weaknesses to His strength. And even to one another. So Romans 14:1, I leave that with us today. Receive one another. What you've been learning, use that to strengthen someone who is weak. Use that to encourage someone who is discouraged. And remember, likewise, when you are weak, when you are discouraged, when you are broken, Christ's strength is perfect for you. Until next time, God bless you. And remember that change